name is Galina, and this is my first video from several videos I'm planning to create about our trip to Australia. The trip starts from flight from New York or New Jersey, where we live, it's next to New York, to Sydney. Before filming this video, I checked online how long does it take to fly non-stop from New York to Sydney. I didn't spend much time on it, and I didn't find the flight, non-stop flight. But I found a flight that has just one stop, and it's short stop. It was like 1 hour or so stop in Los Angeles. So this flight was 22 hours. It's a pretty long flight, and I was not ready for that. We decided to fly with several stops. Not to save money, I think we paid even a little more. The main reason was to travel comfortably, to have a normal night's sleep and feel just okay, normal, when we arrived to Sydney. Our first flight was from New York to Los Angeles. It was almost 6 hours flight. We've been to Los Angeles before. The plan was just to fly there, spend the night, and go forward. No excursions, nothing in Los Angeles. Approximately a week after I bought tickets from Honolulu and back, the airline changed the flight's dates. We didn't have any insurance, we couldn't return those tickets. The good thing is that we didn't plan anything else. We didn't buy any other flights, so we were lucky. Now we had to spend not just one night or a day in Honolulu, but 2 days. It's a very expensive state. We didn't plan for staying longer. Now we had a chance not just spend time on the beach, but also visit the historical center. So it was actually nice. This was some low-coster with the phone stand instead of the TV. We had to fill an interesting form. They asked if we have a live seafood or cultures of bacteria or viruses, maybe a snake. I think all these were not prohibited, but if you have a snake, for example, you need to have a special carrier. Not sure what is the proper way of carrying virus. After almost 6-hour flight, we are in Honolulu. After checking in the hotel room, we wanted to have lunch. The sushi were $4 a piece, and they didn't look edible. After looking around, we found some Japanese place. This place turned out to be a very popular place, and it looked like we were in between their meals. Every time we passed by later, there was a huge line to enter. It looks like maybe a fast food place, but the meal there was pretty tasty. Later on, we ate at different places, and the food there was not expensive. I mean, there were different places, but you could find different price ranges, and food was good because there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of cafeterias, restaurants, so it was not a problem. Now I want to show you the hotel room because it had an interesting layout. And there was an unusual faucet or shower, not sure what is the proper word. Our hotel was not on the first line from the beach. To get to the water, we had to go through a nice shopping mall and the lobby of another hotel. I love these wooden benches. They're beautiful. This was the beginning of January, and these sculptures have been there since Christmas. The water was warm, could be a little warmer for my taste, but it was still nice to swim at the end of January. The water, as you can see, is shallow. It's kind of crowded, but I like it. I like when people are in the water. Then I feel safe. Waikiki Beach in the evening. This neighborhood reminds me Austin's new mall, the Domain. The next day we went to the beach, had breakfast and took an Uber drive to the historical center of Honolulu. This is Aloha Tower Lighthouse. It's a 100-year-old tower, but everything else looks and feels modern here. Honolulu in Hawaiian language means sheltered harbor or calm port. Today, 80% of goods consumed on the island are imported. 90% of them are offloaded in Honolulu Harbour. This ship is a museum now. This is a new monument installed this year. The text says that 121 Korean immigrants came to the United States in 1903 from the Republic of Korea. They were sailing for 1 year and 1 month, and this stone marks 120 years since the beginning of Korean immigration history. This beautiful building was the house of King Kalakaua. These are the kings, Kamehameha I, Kamehameha II, and so on, until the 5th. He was never married, and the next kings had different names: Lulalilo, Kalakaua, and the only queen, Liliuokalani. The monarchy was officially ended in 1895, when the queen formally abdicated from the throne. The monarchy in Hawaii ended mainly because American and European settlers who controlled the sugar industry had strong political and economic interest there. Queen Liliuokalani was arrested by the provisional US-led government and placed under house arrest. She was marched from her private residence to Iolani Palace, where she was locked in her bedroom suit and kept captive for months. In 1993, Bill Clinton signed an apology resolution, admitting that the US helped overthrow the Kingdom of Hawaii. This was an apology to native Hawaiians for what happened 100 years ago. I wanted to try a slow motion function, and of course I forgot to change it back and was filming the same way for some time until I noticed. In front of the Hawaii State Supreme Court is a statue of King Kamehameha I. It's made from bronze and gold. This church was built by local parishioners from coral rocks. Local divers dove to chisel out each coral block with hand tools, and the blocks then were delivered from the reef to the shore. The royal family was regularly attending this church. It should be beautiful inside, but it was closed when we were there. In front of the church is a mausoleum where the 6th king of Kauai, Lunalilo, was buried. This is state governmental building. They are also playing a concert. This is the second modern monument of the pastor that I see in my life. And both monuments are very interesting. In this white building used to live the Queen Liliuokalani. Art museum. This is just a parking, but how nicely it's built. Chinatown. First Hawaiian Bank. I don't remember where we went for dinner, but I remember that this evening I ate a lot of ice cream from Ice Monster. It's not really an ice cream, it's shaved ice, more watery, and you can eat a lot of it. Hawaii is known to be a very expensive US state, but we spoke with locals and they said that it's not that expensive for residents because they don't live in touristy neighborhoods, but it's super expensive for tourists. Look at this, there are no walls or windows. These flowers separate me from planes. Here's me and there are the planes. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my next videos. See you soon!